All right, y'all. We got a '94 Bronco in today, Eddie Bauer edition, four-wheel drive. We'll go ahead and check this thing out. As y'all know, this is another classic, so stay tuned. Take her on a test drive and get her up on the rack. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Looking at the exterior, I'd probably say the paint is about I don't know, probably like 7.5 to an 8. From about probably about 8 feet here. Obviously this green shows well. Once you get up on it, you can see some of the some of the swirls, some of the oxidation. There's a couple deeper scratches, but nothing that goes down to the primer or anything. All the trim is intact along the wheel well. I'm not seeing any big dents or anything like that. Coming around the windows, all the trim is intact, mirror cap intact, and moving further down, of course, all the trim is there as well. She appears to be pretty straight. Paint doesn't show wavy. Coming along the rear glass is there. We just got it down while we shoot, so it doesn't have that reflection. Tailgate is in solid condition. No dents or dings or anything that I'm seeing. Of course, we got the fifth wheel attached. Rear bumper seems to be in good shape. Got a couple little dings here and there that you barely can see. I don't even know if it shows on the camera, but no rust or anything like that. New tail light housing. Moving on the driver's side, doesn't appear to be, like I said, wavy or anything. The top is also in good shape. Didn't see any cracks or anything along it. So I can cover along the top so you can see. Moving further down the driver's side again, the paint shows well. I'm not seeing any like I said, big dents or any scratches that go down to the primer. Trim still intact. Looking around the windshield is solid as far as cracks or anything. Some of the trim will need work around here, so you can kind of see it was peeling, and then it's actually missing a piece over there on the passenger side. Front grille, same as the rear, seems to be in good condition. I don't have any pitting, no rust. And I don't even see any dents or anything to point out on this one either. Headlights are solid, not cracked. They all work. Give me a second. I'll go ahead and get the hood popped open. Let me see if that popped. Nope. Give me a second. Sounded like it did. There we go. Alright, so under the engine bay, pretty solid. Heat and AC does work. Of course, power brakes, power steering. She does have the 5.8 hooked up to an automatic and 4-speed. So under the engine bay, about what you expect, you know, for a daily driven truck. So go ahead, pop the rear hatch. Swing out works as you see with no issues. Let's go ahead and drop this tailgate. Hopefully she don't slam down on me. Ain't like new trucks. This thing weigh probably like 50 pounds. So rear area seems pretty solid. Carpet looks like it was probably a little bit tore up. No moisture or anything. Looks like something was probably rubbing on it. Let's go ahead, check out the interior. Driver's side door panel looks decent. No cracks or anything peeling, just your normal wear and tear. Looking at the jams actually look good. No rust underneath. Weather seal could probably be replaced at some point in time, but still intact. And again, jams look solid. Looking at the interior, dash is in good shape. I don't have any rips or tears, no cracks. Once we go on a test drive, I know the mileage is like 85,000 all original, so that's pretty good considering, again, you know, 30-year-old vehicle. But dash is in good shape. Heat and AC works. We'll test it when we go on the test drive. Carpet is original, but also in good shape as well. No super heavy stains. Same thing goes for the seats. The seats don't have any rips. You see the Eddie Bauer stitched in, but no rips, no heavy stains. About what you expect for the carpeted areas. And center console is solid. I'm not going to climb in the rear, but I think you can clearly see from here though, it's super solid. No rips, no tears. Also looking at the headliners, up here is good in the back. Carpet is solid. And all the door panels. One thing that I did notice, there is a hole in the headliner right over the driver's seat. Barely bigger than a finger, and another tiny little one. Let me go ahead and check out the passenger side. Alright, as far as the carpet, same as the driver's side. It's in good condition. More than likely you'll end up putting some mats down, but still you can tell, like I said, nothing was damaged. Passenger seat in good condition as well. We have no rips or tears. And looking at the dash, there is a tiny little, I don't know what you'll call it, I guess a little rip right here. I'm not gonna mess with it too much, but that's it as far as the dash. Everything else is solid. Looking at the passenger door, well, again, no rips or anything. This is faded and looks like some glue or something got on here. I'm not sure. It was scrubbed off, but it left a little bit of discoloration. Door jambs over here. No rust to show. You see a little tiny spot here, but that looks like surface rust, like somebody scraped the paint off and there was just no protection there. And finally coming around the door, like I said, it looks clean underneath. No paint chips or rust or anything. Alright, so go ahead, stay tuned. We'll take her on a test drive. Alright, so I'm ready to go for a test drive in a 94 Bronco. Let's go ahead. Alright, so mileage reads 85,238. That is original mileage. Turn signals are on the, oh, there we go. Turn signals on. Horn works. Lights work. What else? Let's check the radio. Radio works. Obviously a 4x4 car. AC does work. I had that blowing, so AC works. Heat works. Let's see. This center console is a little bit loose, so I'm not sure. And I don't have any lights, so I don't think it's connected. We'll see if we can look into it. Windows work. Let's go ahead on this test drive. These boys ride just like how you expect trucks from the 90s to ride. There's no smoothness to it. It's just, it's a truck. Like, you know, that's the only way I can explain it. So there's no comfort that you get in today's vehicles as far as, you know, air ride, self-leveling ride, none of that. One thing that these are known for is, you know, the 5.4 is bulletproof. Let me see. I'm reading gas and I'm reading battery. I'm not sure if the temperature, I'm not reading anything on the oil pressure, so the gauges might not work. Of course, it's got these big off-road tires, so the ride is not going to be silky smooth. As far as steering, let me get her straight. Hands off the wheel. She's tracking straight, but she is all over the road as well. And probably could use an alignment at some point in time, either because of these tires or something. But like I said, I'm driving straight, and you can see how the steering wheel is caught. Doing about 30 now. The engine sounds strong, responsive. Brakes are solid, not squishy or anything. Well modulated. Let me give it a little bit of gas here. She does not want to get up, so you are not going to have any type of passing power once you get on the freeway or anything. But also too, I think this is going to be more of a, you know, a cruise around car, or maybe, you know, a farm truck or something like that, because you're not going to drive this around too much. It's going to beat your back up, definitely. I'm not going to engage the 4x4 just because I don't have no reason to, obviously, on the pavement, and I don't want to remotely try to mess with it, so we'll leave that alone. The shifts are smooth. She's not holding gear high or anything. She's not revving high. Shifting right at about 2,500. And the speedo seems to be pretty accurate as well. I got the windows down because it's about 60 here. But like I said, she's solid old truck, definitely. And of course, these Broncos, they have a certain appeal to them for sure. You know, once you get them, you lift them up and you do them right, and possibly even coyote swap, they do have a certain, like I said, an appeal to them. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and take her back and get her up on the rack, check out underneath, see how the frame and the floors are. Y'all, we got the 94 up on the rack. Starting with the rear bumper. Bumper is in pretty decent shape. I'm not seeing any cracks, no dents. Of course, it's got a couple little scratches, like people probably rubbed up against some stuff, but no pitting, so that's a plus. Looking at the frame and then the gas tank cover and the gas tank itself, it's actually pretty solid under here, which is I'm not gonna say it's a surprise, but it is pretty clean under here. All the undercoating is still intact, and I'm not seeing any signs of rust, so pretty clean under here. Rear end looks pretty solid. We got drum brakes in the back. Doesn't look like anything's been done to the stock suspension. As you can see, getting up here to the floors do not have an undercoating on them, but you can see how solid they are because there are no soft spots, rough spots, or rust or anything like that. And then looking at the body underneath, the step panels, the step rails, the frame itself, this is a super clean Bronco underneath. I'm not showing any signs of any leaks either from the transfer case, the transmission pan, or the oil pan, and I just came off the test drive. Again, as far as rust and everything for a 30-year-old car, this is pretty clean under here. Can't get any closer to the pans because of everything under here, but you can still see the pans are solid. Got disc brakes up in the front. And let me get over here. No signs of any leaks, like I said, the radiator, power steering, or anything. But like I said, it's definitely pretty clean under here, surprisingly. And I only say surprisingly because normally these, you know, like Blazers, Broncos, all of these, they normally got dogged back in the day. Like, you know, people were, you didn't take care of them. You just drove them and had fun. So to see it kind of in good shape, you know, you could tell it wasn't in a high salt environment. So front bumper, just like the rear, no signs of pitting, no dents. Chrome looks pretty solid. Could probably use a good polishing, but it's in pretty good shape. Coming around the side, we got the trim and the wheel wells. The wheel wells look solid, no rust. We're running Cooper AT3s, and tire depth looks pretty good. And they are matching all the way around. Again, moving along the side, all the paint and the body underneath is solid and matching tires. Let's move around to the side. Paint looks solid underneath. Again, the wheel wells are good. Matching tires. A little bit better look at the frame. I personally always hated these type of step rails because they just don't seem like they'll hold enough weight. I mean, I know they do, but I don't know. They just seem like they got a little bit too much flex for me. So overall, underneath is super clean. It's a very solid builder truck for sure. All right, y'all. If you're interested in this 94 Bronco, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Also, check us out online and Instagram at Rolling Museums. And as always, appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below.